Hello, everyone. In this video, I'd like to challenge you with a simple-looking question. How many solutions does this equation have? X is equal to x over 5. Take a moment to think about it. If you'd like, pause the video now, think about your answer, and then press play when you're ready to check the solution. Let's get started. One thing that often comes to mind is to divide everything by x. However, x is an unknown. So when we divide by x, we need to immediately set a condition if x is not equal to 0. The reason is that division by 0 is undefined. So assuming that x is not equal to 0, let's continue. X divided by x is 1. X divided by 5x is 1/5. So we obtain 1 is equal to 1/5. But this is never true. 1 is never equal to 1/5. So if x is not equal to 0, the equation has no solution. However, we're not finished yet. So far, we've only analyzed the case where x is not equal to 0. Now let's see what happens if x is equal to 0. We simply substitute x is equal to 0 into the original equation. If both sides are equal, then we have found a solution. X is equal to 0. On the left-hand side, we obtain 0. On the right-hand side, we obtain 0 divided by 5, which simplifies to 0. So we get 0 is equal to 0. This statement is true, therefore x is equal to 0 is a valid solution. So the equation has exactly one solution. Let's look at another way to solve this equation. Since the equation contains a fraction, the first thing we usually want to do is remove the denominator. To do that, we multiply the whole equation by 5. Notice that this time we're multiplying by 5. Unlike x, the value of 5 is known. Since 5 is not 0, we can safely multiply the whole equation by 5 without introducing any extra conditions. In general, we can always multiply or divide an entire equation by the same non-zero number and obtain an equivalent equation. This is a very useful technique whenever it makes the calculation simpler. Multiplying both sides by 5 gives 5x is equal to x. Now we bring all the terms involving x to the same side of the equation. So we obtain 5x minus x is equal to 0. Simplifying, 4x is equal to 0. Now divide both sides by 4. We obtain x is equal to 0. This confirms the answer we found before. So the correct answer is, this equation has exactly one solution, and that solution is x is equal to 0. Notice that both methods lead to the same answer. The first method works, but only if we remember to analyze the case where x is equal to 0 separately. The second method avoids this issue completely because we never divide by an unknown variable. That's why, for a question like this, I would usually recommend the second method. Let me know in the comments if you found the same answer, or if you used a different method to solve it. I'd love to hear how you approached it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.